27th May 2024. Time 10 a.m. Venue NTA2 Lagos Network Center premises, Amadubela Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Gate fee 2,500 naira per child. Schools, churches, organizations, parents, let's come together to celebrate the future leaders. For booking, sponsorship, advert, and to be
on the news. New Iranian president sworn in after the death of the former president. Plus, entertainment news and sports. Hello, thank you for joining us on the NTA2 News at this hour. I am Adeola Komiakere. We'll begin from the foreign scene. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, has appointed the country's first vice president, Mohammad Mokbar, as president of the Islamic Republic after the death of President Ibrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash. Uche Ugochukwu reports that the top nuclear negotiator, Ali Bagheri, has also stepped in as acting foreign minister as world leaders send condolences.
President Ibrahim Raisi of Iran and the country's foreign minister Hossein Amri Abdullahi died in the helicopter that came down in the country's East Azerbaijan province in a forested area. The 63-year-old Ibrahim Raisi was elected Iran's president in 2021, having led the country's judiciary and other top officers. He was a figure representing conservative and hardline factions in Iranian politics and was president for nearly 3 years and appeared on track to run for re-election next year. A former Chief Justice, Raisi was acclaimed a potential successor to Ali Khamenei, the 85-year-old supreme leader of Iran. In the meantime, Iran's top nuclear negotiator Ali Bagheri Kani has been appointed as acting foreign minister. Mourners gathered at the holy shrine of Imam Raisi in the city of Mashhad, just as many countries and their leaders paid tribute to Iran's Raisi. Pakistan lowered its national flag to half-mast on government buildings and declared one-day mourning, while Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin said President Xi Jinping extended condolences on Iran's president's death, calling it a great loss to the people of Iran. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu extends his condolences to the government and people of the Islamic Republic of Iran over the passing of President Ibrahim Raisi. Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian and other officials in a helicopter crash. President Tinubu expresses profound grief over this disturbing tragedy and describes President Raisi as a leader who was passionately committed to the development of Iran. While commiserating with the bereaved families, President Tinubu prays for the continuous peace, stability, and prosperity of the Iranian nation. On behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, the President assures the Islamic Republic of Nigeria's support and prayers in this moment of grief. And to other matters, determined to create positive change, the federal government, through the Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF, under the Nigerian Communications Commission, held a 3-day Change Maker Challenge competition for aspiring Nigerian youths in entrepreneurial skills and innovation. Diana Ajali, who witnessed the closing ceremony in Lagos, reports that the overall winner, Metaverse Medical Simulation Team, were presented with a check of 2.5 million naira.
Gathered in this hall are aspiring Nigerian youths, drawn from different states within the southern region, fully prepared to set new records in their unique ways, bridging the gap in the digital space.
To be able to learn human anatomy
organized by the Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF. The initiative in line with the federal government's drive to promote widespread availability of network and application services in Nigeria. Secretary USPF says the aim is to provide a platform where ICT startups can develop operational prototypes of solutions that have the potential to significantly enhance adoption of information communication technology in Nigeria, while also generating employment opportunities for teeming Nigerian youths.
The reason why we are doing this is to look for how to bring the youth together to showcase their technical skills, the opportunities, the ideas that they have. About 33.3% of the participants are female, which we were so impressed that this is happening.
10 innovator teams took part in this edition of Changemaker Hackathon Challenge, with Metaverse Medical Simulation Team emerging the overall winner. Blue Sand Lab and STEM went home as second runner-up, while Team Say Innovation got the third position.
And I feel very, very much excited, and I'm very, very grateful to USPF for the opportunity.
I do not expect this. Traveling all the way from Akwa Ibom, coming to Lagos, and I took second place. Thank you very much, USPF. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you, NCC.
These top 3 that we picked, including the ones that were not picked, are very promising solutions. I was really proud of the fact that we have young people in Nigeria that are thinking of amazing solutions like this.
Agrotech, artificial intelligence, STEM education, cloud computing, e-health and security were some of the inventive works presented by the innovators. The theme of the hackathon is Think It, Build It, and Innovate It, accelerating social economic development through ICT solutions. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
Now to electoral matters. Stakeholders in the judiciary and electoral process have advocated review of some provisions of a constitution and electoral act to enhance effective and efficient adjudication of electoral matters going forward. This was their unanimous view at the review of the 2023 Elections Petitions Tribunals and Appeals in Abuja. Judiciary correspondent Austin Nayebe reports.
A year that the 2023 general elections produced new set of political leaders for Nigeria. Within this period, those who disagreed with the process have challenged outcome at the tribunals and justice served. Now it is time for the judiciary to hold a postmortem and review the adjudication process at the 99 election petitions tribunal panels and appeals at the appellate court. President of the Court of Appeal commended judges who participated in the electoral judicial process, saying there is still room for
Section 187 of the Constitution, Section 233, Section 246, Section 285 came on during the proceedings.
Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, tasked judicial officers on uprightness, urging them not to be intimidated by media trials by some politicians who thrive on sentiments. He frowned against unnecessary contradictory orders by court of equal jurisdictions.
We should be very mindful of the enormous confidence the public reposes in us and their great expectations as well.
Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice and other key stakeholders who participated in the 2023 electoral process commended the judiciary for stabilizing Nigeria's democracy.
We no doubt satisfactorily dissect the issues arising from the themes of these workshops. I therefore look forward to the resolution of this workshop to provide further guidance for me in my commitment to enhancing the quality of administration of justice and adherence to democratic principles in our country.
Reviews are moments that enable us to reflect on what we have done and be able to understand how we can take on board
The workshop is expected to come up with recommendations for reforms in the electoral process. In Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NTA News.
Nigeria is seeking opportunities in the global seafood business, and the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, is hopeful that the industry's contributions could surpass that of oil if properly harnessed. As a starting point to unlocking this potential, the minister wants key players in the fishery and aquaculture sectors to uphold international best practices. Michael Olale reports.
Beneath the blue shining surface of the ocean are bigger promises, offering gateway to economic prosperity of any nation. And Nigeria, realizing this fact, has expanded the fishing net of the marine and blue economy to include seafood production and exports. And as a key component of the blue economy, the minister said the vision of the ministry is to lead the fishery and aquaculture sector towards a prosperous blue future, where the country's rich marine resources can benefit all Nigerians now and even generations to come.
As a government, we will continue to create policies and programs that allow for enabling and conducive business environment for trade facilitation and market access that promotes transparency, efficiency, and compliance with regulatory standards.
While recognizing the noble contribution of food importers in bridging the gap between domestic demand and global need, the minister emphasized on the mandate to enhance the country's sufficiency within a sustainable framework.
Together, we can promote responsible fishing practices, combat illegal, unreported, unregulated IUU fishing, and safeguard the long-term viability of our marine resources.
The fishery and aquaculture industry is a major focus under the action plan of the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, and the optimism of stakeholders is that with favorable policies, the sky will be the starting point to using this platform as catalyst for economic prosperity. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
Let's talk tax matters. Aligning policy coordination between federal and state tax authorities is paramount to avoiding conflict and ensure consistency across various tax jurisdictions. This, experts on tax matters say, can be achieved through discussions on strategy, regulations, and enforcement. Amaka Owo has that report.
The creation of the Presidential Fiscal Policy Tax Reforms Committee is considered a masterstroke to close the gaps in the tax administration system at the center and sub-national levels.
The way to go when you want to initiate a new tax or reform the existing one had already been pointed by Adam Smith. You need to be fair. You need to be equitable. You need to look at the administrative efficiency, because tax policy is more or less a declaration of a principle of what we govern, what we do, or what we do not do in the tax space.
Sharing tax data and information between federal and state tax authorities is crucial for identifying tax evasion and ensuring compliance. This can involve the creation of centralized database where tax information from different jurisdictions can be assessed and analyzed.
Experts advise government to adhere to realistic policies of the Tax Reform Committee, ensure stakeholders' engagement to avoid pushbacks from taxpayers.
By the time the Presidential Fiscal Policy Tax Reform Committee report comes out, government should look at it quickly, implement it. The one that requires constitutional amendment should be done speedily, so that this will not be one report that will gather dust, because a lot of effort have gone into it.
They also urge the government to tax the right population for a win-win situation by considering taxpayers who earn below the minimum living wage. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
And it's just time for us to take a break. We'll bring you some messages. The news will be back shortly. Please stay with us.
Hello, children. It's that time of the year again to celebrate you, the leaders of tomorrow. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is taking this celebration to a whole new level with fun activities such as match past, school presentations, games, dance competitions, quiz, bouncing on gigantic castle, taking pictures with your favorite cartoon characters, cutting off the celebration cake, and dance with your favorite artists. There will be lots of food and drinks, and of course, plenty of gifts to cut away. Date, Monday, 27th May 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, NTA2 Lagos Network Center premises, Amadubela Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Gate fee, 2,500 naira per child. Schools, churches, organizations, parents, let's come together to celebrate the future leaders. For booking, sponsorship, advert, and to be a vendor at the event, please call Monday on 0805 694 0847. Date again is Monday, 27th May 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Venue remains NTA2 Lagos Network Center premises, Ahmadu Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Gate fee, 2,500 naira per child. Come one, come all. Let's celebrate our future generations. Happy Children's Day.
Urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Many thanks for staying with us. Now to some religious matters. Lagos State Government has commenced this year's Hajj operations with the airlift of 450 pilgrims, which constitutes the first batch of intending pilgrims in line with the operational guidelines of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON. This was disclosed by the Commissioner for Home Affairs and the Amirul Hajj, Ibrahim Layode, after flagging off the inaugural airlift of intending pilgrims for this year's Hajj experience in Lagos. Musa Toliat has details.
The inaugural airlift of pilgrims was born out of the directive from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria after NACON supervised the airlift of first batch of pilgrims from Kebbi State and Federal Capital Territory. Reality has now dawned on these 425 intending pilgrims as their dreams of meeting a vital obligation in Islam is now confirmed. The presence of the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Jalal Arabi, is meant to give good tidings of federal government support for a hitch-free Hajj exercise.
You are going to a foreign land, a land that has its laws, rules and regulations. Please make us proud as proud Nigerians by abiding by the rules and regulations of the country. Do the do's and don't do the don'ts. No.
Then, it was time for these first batch of intended pilgrims to commence their journey to the holy city of Medina in Saudi Arabia. As the airlift begins, there is need to get first-hand information on what NACON has done to address the challenges experienced during the last Hajj operation.
Every pilgrims got their visa now as I'm talking to you. So if you come with 10 flights now that you want to airlift pilgrims, they are ready. So different from what it used to be before. So we are improving.
We have conscientized them, giving them enough orientation what they may face over there.
More importantly, spiritual well-being of intending pilgrims must be taken into consideration.
We have been able to, to sponsor like 14 ulama
so that we can increase the number of ulama that will be able to guide the people.
Lagos State government is expected to airlift 1,800 internal pilgrims to the Holy Land in Saudi Arabia. In Lagos, Musa Toliat. News.
Religion is seen as a way humans communicate with their creator. However, on many occasions, it serves as a means of division, some say, and a unifier of gender, tribes, even families, others have attested to. In Nigeria, for instance, some respondents are of the view that religious differences have oftentimes been exploited for political gains, leading to division and conflicts rather than being a unifying factor. Bolaji Akim will give us this report.
Nigeria, with a population of over 200 million people, has a diverse religious landscape with statistics showing roughly equal population of Christians and Muslims. There are many other indigenous religions and faiths. Nigeria as a nation has integrated God in its national life, as shown in the national pledge and the second stanza of the national anthem.
O God of creation.
To what extent, therefore, has the country used religion as a tool for national cohesion?
If we follow what God wants, I will not see you as a Christian different from me as a Muslim. Many of the things that we do will be so close. Little difference, and we will excuse ourselves in those ones. If you read the Bible properly, you follow it. I read the Quran, I follow it. I will not have anything against you. You will not have anything against him.
Political differences, ethnicity, and other regional and self-agitation, according to respondents, are some of the factors responsible for misunderstanding.
Cohesion is about unity. It's about integrating. When capacity is jettisoned, sacrificed on the altar of religion, then of course it becomes a huge problem.
Respondents believed that if religion is practiced according to its dictate, it can be a powerful tool for unity and cohesion. In Lagos, Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
It's now time for entertainment news with Adejoke Odeka.
Hello, and welcome to the entertainment segment of the news. Sensational Nigerian singer Tiwa Tope Savage has listed the qualities of a male actor she would like to be paired with in any movie production. The My Darling crooner, who is the star of the movie Water and Gary, said that she would like to work with a male actor who is really hot, adding that she would not have a kissing scene with someone with bad breath. According to her, having such intimate scene with someone who is not hot is horrible, because it is not just once, it's over and over again. Tiwa also stated that the check has to be big for her to be convinced. Still on entertainment news, mother of popular Nigerian female disc jockey Nana Otedola has extended her prayers for her daughter Florence Otedola, popularly known as DJ Copy, to discover her life partner. The Jollof on the Jet crooner took to her Instagram story to share a screenshot of her mother's prayer for her. The message reads, "Now that you are becoming your best self and fully united to God, when you are not watching, you will meet a man on his best self journey. God will give you a man who is running after him in Jesus' name." Mother's love is sweet indeed. Now to the foreign scene. Lily Tomlin and others have led tributes to one-of-a-kind actor Dabney Coleman following his death, aged 92. Coleman made his career playing comedic villains, mean-spirited bosses, and villains in films including 9 to 5 and Tootsie, as well as playing Commodore Lois in Boardwalk Empire. Lily Tomlin, who starred alongside him in 9 to 5 with Jane Fonda and Dolly Parton, said that they just loved him. In her post on X, the actor shared a photo of her character, Violet Newstead, dressed in a snow-white costume beside a tense-looking Coleman, as her egotistical boss, Franklin Hart Jr. That concludes entertainment news. Thanks for watching.
Let's go over to our sports desk for the latest in the world of sports.
The Ministry of Sports Development says it's taking positive steps in revolutionizing sports development in Nigeria with result-oriented policies. The Minister of Sports Development, John Enoch, gave the indication at the ongoing First National Council of Sports meeting in Enugu State. The three-day event is expected to bring out a roadmap on policy implementation in sports. In the Nigerian Premier Football League, Rivers United returned to winning ways after a hard-fought 3-2 victory over Niger Tornadoes in their final rescheduled match. After week 32, Enugu Rangers still top the log with 57 points, followed by Remo Stars with 56 points, while Enyimba is in third position with 53 points. At the bottom of the table is Gombe United with 25 points. Sunshine Stars, Heartland, and Aqua United are in the relegation zone.
One worrying thing about the Nigerian Premier League is we don't have the consistency in the scheduling of the league. When it starts, when it ends, changes from season to season. I think the people running the league need to sit down and look at it, and we need to put our league in line with the calendar of international football leagues around the world. When teams are resting, Nigerian league also should be resting so that they can get ready for international competitions.
Meanwhile, world champion Tobi Amusa says she is not under pressure to deliver gold at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. This follows her second place outing at the Atlanta City Games behind America's Kendra Harrison. With sports update, I'm Austin Edemodu, NTA News.
And that's the news this hour. Thanks for staying. I'm Adeola Komiakere.
Hello children, it's the 2024 Children's Day celebration. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is putting together an essay and debate contest to mark this year's theme, Inclusion for Every Child. The essay topic is, in 150 words, highlights the